Eisenhower later that year.
And then he grew up to become Ross Perot.
I thought it was David Letterman.
That looks like a Ross Perot.
It does.
With the ears out, because it. Yeah.
Giant sucking sound.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the program. It's 8:34 now. Midnight Swingers at the Funny Bone. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Just talking about Letterman. Of course, Letterman winding down his career. May the 20th is...
What, 18 days left or something like that?
Yeah. And did you hear what Kimmel is doing?
Yeah, he's going to take the night off.
He's taking the night off out of respect.
Yeah, good for him.
So, but the Tonight Show, apparently they're going full steam ahead. Now, this is real unusual because this is the monitoring period, the ratings period for the national advertisers, and based on how they do, that's how they set their rates.
Yeah,
for commercials.
but one night isn't going to affect anything. So.
Roughly my age. I mean, and you're
what are you talking about? I'm 27.
You're a comedian.
You're 62 years old.
No, he's 55. He
Actually,
did
that Microsoft thing says I'm 55 and I'm 44, but this shift,
Ouch! Oh, that just stinks, doesn't it?
Shift has been great for me.
It's like, I guess I'm going to go to Google Apps now because these
Forget
Microsoft
that.
apps suck. iPhone says I'm 22.
How much of an impact has Letterman had on you growing up watching him?
None.
None at all.
I've got nothing but great things to say about Letterman. For some reason, I either came in too soon or not soon enough. I don't know, but I was always a Carson guy. And,
I was going to ask you who your guy was.
Yeah. Because I turned 44 just 2 weeks ago. I'm 45. Good God, 45 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Alzheimer's already kicking in.
Yeah.
And I always kind of grew up in the 70s and the early 80s with Carson. Mm-hmm. And Letterman for the longest time was after Carson.
Right.
And I was never able to stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Because I'm 13 years old. I'm 12. I'm 11 years old. So I never really stayed up for Letterman. And when he moved to CBS, I was already kind of moving away from late night television watching because I wasn't 65 watching after the news, and I wasn't a college kid who was getting drunk at 10:30 watching TV. So I missed that whole thing. So I mean, nothing but respect. I've heard the bits I have watched are amazing, but it was never really the biggest influence on me.
Who was?
Carson. But my biggest influence was Steve Martin.
Yeah.
You know, anytime, and Steve Martin was almost always on Carson. I'd always been on Letterman, but he was always on Carson. I never missed a Steve Martin appearance on Carson.
Those were the best.
That was the best times.
Because they were the thing about TV talk shows back in the day, and that just dates me so much, is that on Carson, no one was promoting anything. They weren't promoting a movie. They weren't promoting a new album. They were just there because they wanted to talk. Now you go to a talk show, it's like, why is this guy on? Oh, he's got a movie coming out. Oh, he's got this coming out. Oh, and it's basically a 15-minute infomercial for whatever they're trying to shill. Back in the day with Carson, these guys were just talking. And they would always stay for the entire interview.
Right.
Dean Martin would come out first. He wouldn't do his 50 minutes and leave. He'd stay on the couch, and all of a sudden, Don Rickles would come out. And then all of a sudden, you have Carson, Rickles, and Martin. And all of a sudden, Joey Bishop comes out.
Right.
So now you have Carson, Bishop, Rickles, and Martin. And then for no reason whatsoever, Jackie Gleason would just show up. So now you have Carson, Bishop, Gleason, and that it's like that's what was so great.
They're all
about
smoking, drinking.
And they're all
would be, Carson especially would be smoking,
and that doesn't happen anymore. And I guess for me, it's just not the same. I don't want to watch a guy talk about, okay, so let's talk about your 50 Shades of Grey Uncut Edition. How do you feel about that? Oh, well, I felt that. I just don't really care about hearing about that stuff.
Well, we were even saying with Letterman, like he used in the early days, used to do just stupid things that were hilarious, like dropping things off the roof and stuff like that.
The five-story tower, the five-story roof, and,
and breaking just stuff that, like
Super
you said,
Dave
it didn't
Osborne.
matter. They weren't promoting anything; they were just being silly and creating entertainment in a silly way. But where now he doesn't do
what I remember most about Letterman, and this is going back to like when he was after Carson, was the man under the stairs was Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott,
Right.
yeah.
And he would pop up, and I go, "That's funny." He just,
Yeah.
but no, just like the man under the stairs would just pop up, you know. But they don't do that anymore. No one does that, you
Right.
know.
And it isn't just reserved for the late night talk shows. It's talk shows in general, be it the show called The Talk
Yeah.
or even Ellen DeGeneres. You mentioned her just the other day. She had one of your hometown gals, Britney Spears, who has a show.
Yeah, at the Planet Hollywood.
At Planet Hollywood, and they extended it for a couple of months because she
One of the most popular shows in Las Vegas.
It's hard to get a ticket to that.
and she showed up on the program saying, "Hey, we have an extension of the show, and my ankle's doing fine because she twisted her ankle that you talked about,"
Yeah.
and then gave everybody in the crowd tickets to the show. So it
Jeez, no
was
wonder I can't get a ticket.
it was more of promoting the fact that here's
Yeah.
the show
You
instead
wanted
of
to-
how you doing.
Yeah, if you want a ticket, let me know because I know people can get tickets. There.
Oh, okay.
But basically, or what you could do is you get a standee, like what you guys have in the lobby, and then plug in any album because she ain't singing live.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
it is the most. And when you're lip syncing, where am I? Right here. Listen, cats and kittens. If you want to be a star, I encourage it to you. But once you become a star, if you're going to lip sync, know the words to your song. If you're going to lip sync like you know the words to your songs.
True.
Britney Spears is doing Oops, Give It to Me One More Time. And she's like, baby, baby, one more. And she's like going, oops, baby, under that. And she's not even in rhythm with her own song. And so it's if you just want to see her lip to her songs, I'll get you tickets.
Okay.
Speaking of tickets, how about this? How about people? You want tickets to see this man?
Yeah, how about that
tonight?
guy?
We can do that right now. Pick up the phone 283-2323, 283-2323. Alan is standing by as we speak. We'll hook up a bunch of people.
He's up
to go
there
see
reading
the
He
show.
doesn't lip sync anything.
reading
No, I don't
Books
lip
up
sync
there.
anything. I can trust. And this hair is going to be crazy.
See what he does with his hair later on tonight.
You're just jealous. Don't hate the player.
Glad I have this now.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's a little long for you, Lou. It's a little long for you.
No, where I'm not going. It's 8:40. We'll be right back. This is great there.